Well, how are you guys doing in Prince George here today? So fantastic to be back in the Caribou, and I just want to say it means a lot to me to be here in this beautiful city. Most importantly, it brings back a ton of memories.
Can I please give
Growing up as a kid, you know, some of my earliest memories were coming up here and playing sports from Williams Lake here to Prince George, and you know, we learned a lot about fair play, competition, and respect. But also, when I was learning how to live with my disability, I had a chance to think about new goals and new dreams, and one of my dreams was to be a world champion in wheelchair marathoning. So a good buddy of mine and I came up here, and we participated in a very special event, Prince George to Boston road race, and one of your medal bearers, Tom Massich, and a bunch of community members actually put that event on, and Terry Fox and I came up here, and we had a chance to learn about hopes and dreams. We sure did. And you're part of that. One of my good friends, of course, is also a medal bearer today. His name is Pat Harris, and he's an incredible guy who I knew through wheelchair sport and wheelchair basketball, and he's a community leader and one of our medal bearers. And I want to say thanks to you, Pat, for honoring us and keeping the dream alive. You know, when I came through Prince George on the Man of Motion tour, Pat was there, and so many community members who I run into today. And I want to say a special thanks to the entire city who believed in me back then when I was trying to start a whole new movement about creating an accessible and inclusive world for all, and just maybe one day finding a cure for spinal cord injury. Your response that came out in communities everywhere, and of course the schools, community center events, civic center, I mean, I just was so overwhelmed with the emotion and support and encouragement. It kept me going until we actually reached Vancouver in May of that year. But that was just the beginning. And of course, for 25 years, our country and people around the world have all been working together. Everybody doing their part to think about their attitudes, about how they can lead or be part of teams, most importantly, how we can build communities together, how we can create an accessible and inclusive world. And that kind of a dream doesn't happen overnight or even year to year, but 25 years later, here we are coming back and being able to celebrate the fact that many in motion have been able to transform that RickHansen Man in Motion dream to a national dream, to the fact that every one of us can play our part. What better way to celebrate the Man in Motion tour than to have the Many in Motion relay across the country, 7,000 people who reflect what it takes to build communities, individuals who step up and do their part. I'd like to say a special thank you to all the members of this Cross Canada Relay who are representing Prince George in your region, who are here in their yellow jerseys today. I'd like you to turn to them, put your hands up, guys, and be recognized, because you're making all of us proud to be Canadian. All of us from Prince George proud of all the work that you have done. And you know, Paul, I couldn't think of a better end-of-day last relay participant than you. You are a true example of what it means to have ability. You have gone forward in all aspects of your life, and you have achieved excellence. You have been a true leader, an athlete, a family member, a member of your community who's inspired others just by taking one step at a time in your life and showing that it's attitude. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do with it that counts. I'm so proud of you, Paul. And let's hear it for Paul, you guys, because he is an incredible difference maker. And you know, this medal, Paul, this medal represents the hopes and dreams of this nation. And I know that it's energized now because there's been thousands and thousands of people that have worn it, and now your energy's in it. And it's going to continue to keep gathering momentum between here and Vancouver. And I think all of us will realize that this time, I know that when it reaches Vancouver in May of this year, on May 22nd, that the end really is just the beginning. And we have a long way to go. And I know that this is just as much not just celebrating progress and honoring local champions, but it's where can we go for the next 25 years? What goals can we set? What dreams can we accomplish? How can each and every one of us make this world a healthier and more inclusive place? And that's why it means so much to me to have, of course, your Mayor, Worship Green, for being here and representing the city, because it takes leaders who step up and think about what they can do to remove barriers day in and day out, year in and year out. Also, of course, representatives from the government of British Columbia, the government of Canada, Shirley, Pat, Mr. Zimmerman, all you guys who really have been here with me for 25 years. What you do to represent your constituencies, your province, your country. You are selfless difference makers, and we appreciate the work that you do. It's a very challenging job. You do tremendous work. We recognize you. We say thank you for what you do in your communities, what you've done to help build our dream, and we look forward to working with you in the future as well. So everybody here, thanks so much, you guys, for Prince George. Let's keep it going.